It is time. It's your boy Shuby. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to review basically records, just touch on how I'm feeling about everybody's performance overall. I think a lot of these performances are unheard of, ones that are uncalled for, performances that I believe aren't deserved by specific teams, and other performances that I believe teams should be doing better based on the players that they have, the things that they've done. First, just a quick disclaimer. This was unable to be an OnlyFans video just because I couldn't really find anybody to collab with, and I don't think it's the right time to do a solo video today. So maybe in the future, I'll let you guys know. I know you guys are itching. Off the rip, I just want to give a shout out to my brother, Big Shubes. I'm just going to start off with a little basketball pun, just because basketball season is looming. I asked ChatGPT who their favorite basketball player was, and their answer was AI. Let's get back to football, man. Honestly, first of all, Mac, fuck you. That's it there. Second of all, Zach, honestly, love the banter. It really puts life back in me. And then Alex, Dwyer, every time you talk shit, it honestly puts a smile on my face. So just keep fueling me, man. Keep fueling me. Okay, so let's review week 5. I know I should be reviewing all these weeks, but frankly, I have kids to feed, so I don't have time to do that. Let's start off at the top. I mean, I had phenomenal performers against Mac's team. Jake Ferguson did things that I did not ask him to do. On the other hand, I have Kamara just going down. And then, Tyler Loop missing a field goal. He hasn't missed one all year. And he decides to miss one that frankly led to me losing by 0.3. Saltiness aside, Mac also had Quentin Johnston go down. So can't be too mad that, his whole team wasn't healthy either. But Dicker put in the field goal he needed. So looking at that, can't be too upset. It happens. It just means that good things are coming now that this video is going through. Hopefully luck is on my side. Frankly, people like Nolan, he can make a million videos. And he'll go on another 4-game losing streak like I see here. So let's quickly go through Nolan's performance in week 5 versus Tony Spetzel. A very deserved first win for the Italian Stallion. 7-point win. I mean, it does help that Godwin goes down for Nolan. I don't think I've ever seen Chris Godwin have a healthy season in my life, and that's typically how Nolan drafts. It's just pending as to when Justin Jefferson's going to go down. But Rico Dowdle put up a performance that basically covered, the Giants D, Butker's poor performance, and Godwin's injury. But it just, didn't cut it. 206 yards and a touchdown is absolutely absurd for any player on the Panthers. Tony had boys come up. Puka and Pigbuka, dude, that duo right there could be one of the best duos, wide receiver duos in the league. I see Tony making leaps and bounds coming through this season, and as people continue to talk shit, he's just going to get fueled by the fire, and it's going to get nasty. Plus his kicker, Josh Carty, he had a bad week, so looks like he's gonna come up and make some moves here. Tony Pollard and Etienne, though, they didn't put up numbers, but they put up enough. They are, not the best fantasy running backs, but I just don't understand on this side playing Drake May over Baker Mayfield in any given matchup. It just makes absolutely zero sense to me. So, Tony, just think about that going forwards. Good win that week. Going on to Crashy Rice, this team is just absolutely fucking on every single team that he ever plays. I think part of it is due to the fantasy team name. That it's named after a guy that's suspended. He's not even starting. It's too soon for that pun. Crashy Rice. That's crazy. but he's having these players can perform. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, he hasn't performed in years, and he hasn't been healthy in years, and here he is. He's healthy. On the other end, Kyrie Williams is doing great. Hurts is great. Montgomery's great. Travis Kelce fucking sucks as a person, but I guess he did good this week as well. Rashid Shaheed caught the long touchdown that he needed to catch. And then on Zach's side, I mean, he was a good 82 points shy of winning that game. He still had JSN perform well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's move on to the next game. I mean, Zach, whoever's playing Zach next week, I'd be scared because all those guys are probably going to show up. Going on to Beckett and Keith. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather. Excuse me. Yeah, Beckett's team, I think, is just terrible. I mean, let's start off with the fact that he's starting Mahomes. He sucks in every aspect. He did put up 27, but he will never put up that number again the rest of the season. T. Higgins, I mean, Jake Browning is throwing the ball to him. Let's see if Joe Flacco can come in and throw some darts. Hopefully not get his ACL torn upon probably the 30 sacks he'll experience in the next 4 weeks. Jahmyr Gibbs, 17 points, that's underperforming. A.J. Brown has just been toxic to the team. He's been underperforming overall, as a player. I mean, he's position ranked 41. How bad is that? Literally, Devontae Smith is not nearly as good of a wide receiver, but he doesn't sit there and bitch at his quarterback and say, you overthrew the ball when you're running the ball. When you're running, routes, 10 miles an hour, then you see the ball going and then you start running. That's a problem. You got to bust your routes, man. Bengals boys are still busting their routes, even though, they know that the ball's not really going to be in the area. But Keith had some players perform. Rashad White, Jamar Chase, breakout performance of the year. Jalen Waddle. I mean, who thought Jalen Waddle was going to do well this week? Bo Nix put up 18. I mean, that might be the fucking season high, which is great. So good job, Keith, on that dub. Brandon Aubrey did miss an extra point. I don't think he has missed a field goal his entire career, but he's missed about 5 extra points. So, that didn't even matter. I figured I'd note that. So good win, Keith. Moving on to the final matchup here, we got Leland and Dwyer. Man, this was a battle. This is a tough one to look at. The main thing I'm looking at is James Cook. I dealt with this in another league. I mean, this fucker put up 4.9 points. Watching Tyler Bass literally double James Cook's point total is probably the most painful thing ever. They couldn't pass him the ball for positive yards. The dude couldn't get more than 2 yards on a rush. And then every time they're, near the end zone, Josh Allen's running the ball or he's fucking throwing it to a receiver in the back of the end zone. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the only game of the year that James Cook didn't run in a touchdown and do something like that was much needed. Going down Leland's team, I mean, you're seeing George Pickens. I mean, he had a touchdown. Keenan Allen got some targets. Tyler Warren, he's been great all year. That's a phenomenal pickup. I don't see any bench swaps that could have been done, other than the fact that if you played Cooper Kupp over Keenan Allen, you would have won by 0.8 points. Let's just take a moment of silence for that. Who the fuck would start, Cooper Kupp over Keenan Allen? I don't know, but the fantasy gods wanted you to, brother. Looking at Dwyer's team, I mean, he snuck out the win. Mostly starting Daniel Jones over Dak Prescott made that sweaty. But, it was just enough. The Seahawks defense made that shit really close. But good thing CMC did what he had to do. Sam Laporta did what he had to do. All the other boys performed. Scadaboo, I mean, that dude's got balls of steel, man. He's a little tree trunk. The dude's just running through fucking defensive lines like he's ripped off fucking blow. It's insane. So let's move on to week 6. Let's look at the outlooks here. Week 6, we got myself versus Zach. As I was just saying, I'd be scared to play Zach next week, and it turns out that I'm just now noticing that I play Zach because he had a very poor performance. Looks like he's projected to win. You know, I mean, one downfall is that he has to start Hassan Haskins. I mean, that sucks. And he has Jordan Mason, Jordan Addison on the bench. Hampton on the IR, so he did take some blows this week with injuries and bye weeks. At this point, it's all about capitalization on my behalf. Hassan Haskins should put up like 3 points. Golden at flex, that's a tough play. But the projection kind of lines up. I just haven't seen what I needed to see out of a questionable Alvin Kamara. It looks like I'm seeing if Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt can pull it off. If starting him over Quinshon Judkins and Keon Coleman or Chuba Hubbard pays off. It might not. I might change my mind, going through the rest of the week, but we'll see. So that's going to be a battle. And then Mack and Beckett. This is just a classic matchup that I am pumped for. I am absolutely pumped because of the banter. Beckett's team sucks, but I think Mack is so due for a loss here. And I think the big balls that Beckett has are going to really come to surface here. And it's going to prove that, Mack's demise is coming. Ashton Genty's been going off. Achan's been going off. Jamal Williams has been going off. I mean, what a fucking bullshit draft pick. That's unbelievable. Only Mack. Beckett has A.J. Brown. I've told you my piece on A.J. Brown. Stephon Diggs is a piece of shit as well. But I think those are the guys, those are the pieces that have to perform. Breece Hall needs to show up. We know Jahmyr Gibbs is going to show up. You should just bench Pat Mahomes because I fucking hate him. Who's your quarterback down here? Looks like you don't have another quarterback. That is crazy. So, good luck to you, Beckett. I hope Mack gets absolutely fucking handled. Nolan and Luke, I mean, I am so pumped for the activity that's going to go on in the group chat specifically. I mean, I'm off Sunday, dude. I'm going to kick my feet up, put this group chat on fucking airplay, and just watch Nolan just bitch. It's going to be great. I mean, Luke's 5-0. He's so due for a loss. It's ridiculous. We just need the boys, on the Commanders to perform. Daniels, Debo, Ertz. We need those guys to perform. I might, in fact, just, trade him Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt so he can start him and clutch up the whole week for him. So good luck to you, Nolan. If you're not doing well, I'm just going to be pumped for the activity in the group chat. Keith and Leland, let's see what's going on here. Leland, you're due for a big week by James Cook. George Pickens, hopefully he just is his cocky self and just asks for the ball the entire time and he gets fed. Keith, Darren Waller has been unbelievable, but he's questionable this week because he's old, man. He's coming off being basically retired to give you this performance. I don't know if we're starting Flacco this week. I haven't been paying attention, but Jamar might see a little more action from you, Keith. Also, Bo Nix against the Jets. They're playing out in Barcelona. London. Hopefully, but Bo can put on the Bo show for the Londons. And then let's see if those boys can perform. Brandon Aubrey is due to make all of his extra points, so let's see if he can do that. And then moving on to the Italian Stallion and the Cooper Troopers, Tony versus Dwyer. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath. You have Tony, who has the freaking wide receiver powerhouses, Nakua, Igbuka, versus Dwyer that has Christian McCaffrey, who can single-handedly obliterate a defense any given week when he's healthy. It's looming that dude is going to tear his ACL or something. Pull a hammy. and be out for a month, 2 months, 3 months, the whole fucking season. Who knows? Drake May, Tony, I would probably start Baker Mayfield. Dude, I cannot see you start Drake May this week. Please don't do it. So anyway, it's looking like we're going to have some bloodbaths. I think a couple of the leading teams are due to, go have a little bit of a fallback. And some of these lower teams, like myself, Tony, Beckett, Nolan, we might see the light of day. But on the positive end, nobody's 0 for 5. Nobody's 0 for 5. So, what also is going to be a bloodbath is, who's eating the chip? Who's eating the chip? Should we already purchase it? Because I think, we might have a decision. I think it's going to be Unlucky Charms. I mean, you see it in the name. So, all right, guys, logging out. Houston, if we have a problem, just let me know.